Hi everyone, and welcome to Shlime Reviews. I'm Shlime, and today I'm going to be reviewing some slimes that I got at a local Target in the Southern California area. Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoy this content. And now for our Shlime fam shoutouts. There are 4 of you: Potato Cookie, Cadence Plays, Bringing on the Bells, and Benny Davis. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and if you'd like a shout out like this, comment down below #ShlimeFam. And with that, let's get into our review. So these were again just bought at a local Target. I have 2 Nickelodeon slimes that are neon. These were about a couple dollars each. I also had this brand called Amazing Slime XL. They had this as a solo container, which was around about $5. And then there were these assorted packs that came with 3 random, and this was a little less than $20. They have a lot of different ones you can get, and I was pretty excited to try these because these were 15-ounce containers. I just wanted to open the box as well to show you the other ones. We have 1 Glitter Palooza in here, which I thought looked so pretty, and all the neon slimes in this are so bright and beautiful. It wasn't necessarily intentional to have a mostly neon review, but this is what it is. Let's get into this review. So the first slime we're gonna look at is the neon pink Nickelodeon slime. I haven't tried Nickelodeon slime in a long time. This is a really gorgeous neon pink, and I love that it came with a lid to pop back on. As soon as I went to grab this slime, it did tear, which just reminded me of a good classic store-bought slime. You know, they don't really stretch too easy, but you know, this actually stretched a little better than I thought it was going to, and surprisingly gave some decent finger pokes. I was pleasantly surprised, and it's also so glossy. The color is seriously beautiful. This had a slight chemical smell, and it really wasn't that bad. It just, yeah, reminded me a lot of a store-bought slime, but slightly better. So this at least stretched a good amount if you did it slow. This also gave some bubble pops as well. They're very light bubble pops, but I did enjoy that I was able to do that with this slime. Again, it was like overactivated and would just tear when I would try to actually fluff it up like you would with inflating homemade slimes. This was still better than, again, I remember slimes being when I was younger. And overall, if you wanted a slime that was holdable, that gives good finger pokes, this is a very nice texture. So for the neon pink Nickelodeon slime, just because it tore, I'm going to fault it a tiny bit, so this is gonna get a 9 out of 10 Shlime. The next slime we're gonna look at is the neon blue Nickelodeon slime. I love the color for this slime as well, and when I went to poke it, I could already tell it was different. It was easier to poke, if that made sense, and it was very glossy like the other one. I could just tell it wasn't as thick, but in a good way. It gave great finger pokes. I could already hear some bubble pops, and look at that stretch. I was pleasantly surprised. I've never seen a store-bought slime stretch that well from Nickelodeon. I mean, again, I haven't tried them in a long time, but this was awesome. It almost felt like I was just playing with a slime from a slime shop, and I seriously just can't get over how glossy and pretty this slime is. This was only a couple dollars at a local Target. Stretched very, very well. I was actually able to fluff this slime up and have clicky pops and everything. I'm just so impressed. This reminded me a lot of just like a homemade slime. Like I highly recommend the blue. It's funny how they're both neons, yet the blue was just so amazing. I hope that this is consistent with color because, yeah, this blue was really awesome. Very different from the pink. I don't know if I would be able to inflate this slime necessarily. I didn't really try because I just didn't think it would. Good clicks, very holdable, stretchy. It's everything that you would have wanted from the pink one. Highly recommend the blue neon slime if you see it at your local Target. So for the neon blue Nickelodeon slime, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. Moving on to the Amazing Slime XL. I've never heard of this brand, but I was pretty excited to see that it was a 15 ounce. This one container was a little less than $5. The reason why it looks like it moved is because I did have to refilm this, but it's not a problem. So this slime is actually really quiet. You can't do any finger pokes. So I did this weird thing in the jar just because that's the only sound you can get. It's a very jiggly slime. It's so different from anything I've played with. It's jiggly and thick. This slime hardly makes any sounds, but if you stretch it a certain way, it stretches very well. But the bubbles get stuck in the slime and it's like difficult to pop the bubbles, and the slime kind of makes like a watery sound. It's really different that I kind of liked it. Like, I don't know why, it was just so different. My finger pokes would instantly just leave this texture. It was so thick but like squishy, but so quiet. Like, my goal is to always get some type of pop out of a texture, you know, for ASMR purposes, and this was a difficult one, but it was really fun at the same time. It's just so different. I love the pink color. It's also very glossy. This doesn't really have a smell to it. It's like a very light chemical smell. This was just so squishy and it really stretched a good amount. But if you try to fluff it up, it would get a bit stiffer. Store-bought slimes are so weird. I don't know how they make them, but yeah, they are so different. And this was the most different store-bought slime I've ever had. It was just so jiggly, holdable, and soft. And squishy. Again, I just can't stop saying squishy because it's just so squishy. The thing that was advertised for this slime is the stretch, so it definitely does what is advertised. So I couldn't really fault this, you know? So for the neon pink amazing slime, I'm not gonna judge this texture. I liked it, so it's getting a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. Moving on to the green Neon Brights. This is such a pretty color. This did have a dent on the lid, which was interesting, but luckily it was not damaged, and it was also sealed to keep it nice and fresh. The last slime was also packaged like this, but I did have to refilm it because my camera was being silly. So once I finally got this slime open, you can see the beautiful green. As soon as I went to poke this slime, I could tell it was definitely different. For one, you could actually see my finger pokes, and you can hear my finger pokes. It stretched pretty well, but instantly I could just smell such a strong chemical scent. It was like such a strong chemical scent, far stronger than all the ones I had before this, but it gave some pretty nice finger pokes. It was still thick though, and the pokes would not last long in the texture. It also stretched, but very slowly. If you try to fluff it, it would get very tough. And this was a lot like the other texture where the bubbles would get somewhat stuck in the slime because it's so thick. It was difficult to pop, but it was still some pretty cool ASMR. And I really just love the color and the gloss on this slime as well. And it did stretch very well like the last slime, but again, you had to do it very slowly. I was just happy, honestly, to get some finger pokes in this slime, but I could have done without the extra chemical smell. The pink one definitely didn't have that odor to it. The only thing it really advertised is that it's a neon slime, and that's definitely what it is, but the scent was just so awful to me. So for the neon green amazing slime, because the scent was very chemically, I'm going to fault this a little bit, so this is gonna get a 9 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're gonna look at is the orange Neon Brights. This is definitely a bright neon. And once I got this slime all open, I could tell as soon as I poked this slime that it was similar to the green neon, where you could hear and see the finger pokes. The scent was nowhere near as strong, so I did like that too. The color is just so bright and vivid and beautiful. This is a good thick slime. This definitely stretched similar, but a little bit easier. I also got some bubble pops out of this slime a bit easier than the others, but it was still a thick texture and still a bit difficult at the same time. And it really wasn't bad. Like, I did like it. The color's really pretty. Yeah, that's what it's advertising, is mostly just that's a neon slime. So you can't fault it if that's all that they're really advertising, you know? This was just a very thick slime, and yeah, the ASMR in this video is just so different, and I really enjoy that it's different. So for the orange neon amazing slime, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. So the last slime we're gonna look at in this review is Glitter Palooza. This is from their Glitter Palooza collection. It just has a bunch of, glitters in it, and it's a clear slime technically. So I was really excited. I saved this for last because of that. Look at how pretty all of the sparkles are, and I've never had like a clear slime from a store before like this, so I'm excited. So as soon as I opened the slime, I got a strong chemical scent, which I wasn't a fan of. This also had like a wet residue on it, and instantly like the glitters started sticking to me. It just felt wet and just not what I expected. The color was pretty cool. I did like that, but there was just instant residue left on my fingers, and I could tell this was gonna get messy. This was a thick slime, and I just can't stop saying it was wet, okay? It was really just wet, and it was kind of just gross. I was bummed because this looked so pretty, but the glitters, the more I played with it, stuck to my hand, they stuck to my table. It was kind of like a wet stickiness that was stuck on my hands. Maybe just needed to be mixed, and it was just sitting for too long, but again, the chemical scent that came with it too was just not fun. But it's a Glitter Palooza, and yes, look at my fingers. Glitter Palooza, it's everywhere. Oh my gosh. It wasn't fun cleaning this, I'm not gonna lie. But in a weird way, it was somewhat satisfying. Like, the more I played with it, the wetness kind of went away. Kind of. But like, the sounds were interesting, and yeah, it made good ASMR. It was pretty visually. It's just, I don't recommend this slime. I do wish that I got another Glitter Palooza. Maybe I can try one more in the future, because I'm not gonna fault it based off one when clearly there's a lot of different textures of the same slime when it comes to store-bought slimes. But the drizzle looks so pretty. I mean, the glitters would glow. It sucks because you can put glitter on anything and I would kind of think it's pretty, but no, this slime wasn't good. I do not recommend it. I don't know when I'm gonna review another Glitter Palooza, but yeah, this was an experience, but a pretty experience visually. So for the Glitter Palooza, this is gonna be the first super low rating, but because it was pretty, I'm going slightly easy on it. This is gonna get a 2 out of 10 Shlime. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. And there's no real links to direct you to any of these slimes, unfortunately. They're kind of just listed all over the internet, or you can just try, again, a local Target is where I got these. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you're curious, I'm on Instagram. So if you like daily Schlimes, follow me there. Thank you so much again, and I will see you next Tuesday for even more Shlime reviews.